meeting. I'm so glad we bought the whiz, because now that means we have two whizzes. And he got red up to his ears. So, show your colors. Show your colors. Are you going to expose this fraud of Cablevision? Or are you going to obsequiously bend your knees and get down to the money?
Hello, and thank you for calling Queens Public Telephone. Hold. QPTV, can I help you?
Yes, can you tell me when a chat with Glendora is on?
Oh, I'm not sure. Hold on, please.
Okay. Oh, hello.
Yes. Can I have your name and number, and I'll try to find out and get in touch with you?
Well, no, I mean, I don't think that's all necessary. You have a program guide.
I have to look through the whole thing. No one...
Well, why don't you ask, Omar?
Why don't you... a program guide mailed to you?
No. Why don't you ask Omar?
Because he's not here. Otherwise, it would have been simple. I could have done that.
Oh, I see. He went home early?
No, we're having some difficulties in the studio.
This is ACOM. They got the job away from Pinkerton. Pinkerton got fired. They lost the contract, and Glendora would take full credit for that. Now we're calling the CEO of ACOM. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 5, 05, 7, 5, 3, 7, 8, 3, 2. This is the 46th call, coming up to 50. Sam and Alfredo were here, and they packed dirt behind the cinder blocks.
Can I put the call?
Yes, extension 244?
Just a moment.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Nirmal. I'm out of the office right now, but please leave me a message and I'll call you back. At the tone, record your message. When you are finished recording,
She's never there, and she never calls back. She's never there, and she never calls back. This is Glendora. We're taking...
If this message is acceptable, dial pound. To listen to the message, dial 1. To erase and re-record, dial 2. To continue recording, dial 3.
This is Glendora. We're taking Bruiser Ken and you to the United States Supreme Court. I need Bruiser Ken's address. You have it. And my number is 914-949-9495. Right.
I'll be out of the office until Wednesday, November 1. If you need to speak with someone immediately, please call Karen Dean at 914-253-7779. Thank you.
Well, that's fine. How do you do business when people are out of the office? Oh. To call Karen. Bridget is away until November 1st, and she says to call Karen Dean, and you call Karen Dean, and she's out on Monday and Tuesday. Is there anybody there running the company? Hello, Texaco? Mr. Gadsden, please.
Hold on, please. Telephone number and a brief message, and he will return your call. Thank you.
Ed Gadsden, this is Glendora. I'm calling to see if you received my memorandum on the Texaco Task Force report of this year. My number is 914-949-9495. Thank you. We're calling by jour now. Watch how far this goes. This is like a wiffle ball.
Texaco?
Mr. Bajur, please.
Hold on. Executive Department.
Mr. Bajur, please.
Hold on one moment, please. He's not available at the moment. Can I take a message?
Oh, okay. When will he be available?
Actually, he's in with somebody, so maybe later this afternoon.
Okay. Did he receive Glendora's memorandum on the task force report
Well,
today?
let me check, Glendora. Hold on.
We might as well turn off the recorder, folks.
This is Tim Miller. I can't get the...
Tim Miller. That's something. He's offended about it. Mr. Bajur, please.
Hold on. You have reached Texaco Executive Offices.
Oh, boy.
Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
You connected me to Tim Miller. Tim Miller isn't working. It's recorder. It doesn't answer my question. Did Mr. Bajur receive Glendora's memorandum on the Texaco Task Force that was personally delivered to 2000 Westchester Avenue today? Area code 914-949-9495. And did you hear about the CEO who brought the company from obscurity to anonymity?
It starts the access form to Celeste. She received them shortly after our conversation. I also wanted to check with you to verify you had been giving John envelopes with stamps on them, or because we certainly want to. If that is the process, and that is really the easiest process for him. Cash or change does not convert into stamps in an office. You know, he has to provide it through the mailroom, and they don't take our 32 cents. But you provide him with an envelope that is pre-stamped and pre-addressed, then certainly we will verify that your tapes will be mailed back to you. It is not a problem for him or for anyone just to put them in the envelope and send them back to you. But we will follow up on that. But he seemed a little unclear as to what he had been receiving from you. My number here is 914-835-5543, extension 15. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Monday.
The first telephone call was Tom Gardner returning.
Hi, Glendora. It's Cecilia over at Media One. I just wanted to let you know I just received a tape in the mail, and it's labeled for September 16th.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming you either made a mistake or you want me to play this, I think I have one for this weekend, the one for next weekend. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can give a call back and let me know what you want me to do with the tape. The number is 737-4798. Clara and I will probably be here till about 5:30. If not, I'll check for messages tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.
End of messages. Messages. Billy.
Cable Vision.
Oh, hi, Maurice?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you're working late.
Oh, well, that's what my day is geared a little bit later so that I can avoid the traffic.
Oh yeah, well that's a good idea.
I come later and I leave later, so I don't have to sit there for so long.
I know, and it's dangerous too.
Yes.
No, I want to thank you for sending that to Celeste.
Okay.
And I hope Bill is home and he can sign it and get it right up to you.
Good, okay.
And then about the stamps, the question was that we sent him stamps.
You did, okay.
Yeah,
And was it was in with the tape? Or?
Yeah, they were in with the tape, but he always sent them back, so he doesn't owe us anything.
So when he hands you them back, the stamps are still in there? Is that
Yes.
Because there certainly are envelopes in there. Because he's
Yeah, I'll send him envelopes.
I mean, he's saying he's responding as though he doesn't know what we're talking about, which is...
Well, maybe he didn't see them.
That's what I'm wondering. If he didn't know they were in there, he sent them up to the head end, they played them from the head end, sent them back down to him, and they stayed in the tape box.
Yeah, I imagine.
But we will tell him to specifically look in the box because we certainly do have them.
No, you want envelopes.
No, I mean,
I'll send you envelopes.
That'd make his job a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's fine, and then he'll see that. There won't be any question. He doesn't know that it's there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So I'll send him envelopes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Talk to you later.
I got a call from Tom today, but I was out. I'll have to call him back.
Okay. I spoke with him earlier today. He said that he was going to return your call, so I guess he...
Oh, okay. Well, he did.
Okay.
But I was out, and I'll call him now. Maybe he's still there.
Very well might be. We do work weird hours, we people in local programming. Okay.
So thanks again about Celeste.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Tom Gardner. Gee, it's nice to be able to do telephoning, but it's awful to be getting behind on the legal papers.
The line is still ringing, but the person you called is not answering. If you'd like to leave your name and number so the person can call you back for a charge of 75 cents, dial 2 now. Otherwise, they'll continue ringing.
If you are calling for a public service announcement form, they can be picked up at any Media One office. All others, please leave a brief message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for calling.
Cecilia, thank you for the message. I just don't know what happened. So I think your hunch is right. Follow your hunch. And maybe you'll iron out next week. And everything will be okay. It was very nice of you to call out. I really enjoyed talking to you. Maybe next time we can talk more. I got a lot of information for you all around. Okay. Did you know that the boss is suffering from Moon syndrome? He carries 1/6 of the weight he thinks he does. Okay.
How are you?
Oh, good. How are you, Humphrey?
Much better. How are you doing?
The
How's your
appeal was
husband?
made
Oh, fine,
19
thank you.
months
Good.
ago.
Good. Let me tell you why I called.
Yes.
I have a situation with a guy
Gershon
that
does
has
not number for
essentially a
pages,
private
paragraph, letter,
contract.
read Rule 10.
And the contract
Federal Rules
is,
of Civil Procedure
he's got a
says
membership
you number the paragraph,
in his
short paragraph, and you must
church.
confine
And
your
under that
paragraph
membership,
to
they're entitled to discipline him under the church agreement.
one paragraph. Can go
And
on a page
it's
and a
similar
half.
to a criminal proceeding where he has the right to
Now,
written
this
charges and
draft
hearings
law
and
court,
evidence
another
and
rule
counsel and all that.
by the United States
But what they did is they held a secret trial and
This
excommunicated
draft
him.
law court says that when there
Oh
is
my, can
papers,
they be sued in federal court for
none of which
enforcement of
is
a
fully
private contract?
comprehensible.
Oh, sure. You cannot in federal court, even in state court.
Oh, he's
Glendora is
in
not
one state and the church is in
responsible for
another state.
Well, that's good. Then that is a federal case, because there's diversity of citizenship.
Find out Glendora's
Do you have anything that I
Gershon
could, a copy of any,
rules
I'll tell you what, if I walk out a complaint, can I mail it to you
Gershon
and have you look
lied
at
in
it?
the print. He started to
Well,
print
I will
Gershon
not give you legal advice
said,
No, not legal advice. I just want you to look at it and see if there's anything missing.
because the lawyers have such a monopoly that they can actually prosecute a person for that.
Glendora did not, quote,
But
refuse to
I
do
certainly
so,
would tell you what I would do if
She
it
was
happened to me.
waiting for a ruling from Gershon
But
that
now,
Chief
wait,
Ramos
before you go that
pay
far, what
the
law are
government's
you going to
expense
use? You have to have a
up
law.
front because he could not be trusted
Tort?
to be prepared
Then that's a
after
state
Glendora
case.
Assembly.
I can't allege a tort case in federal court?
I don't think so. If it were part of other causes of action, you could...
The other causes of action I use is negligence, gross negligence, and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Yeah, these are all torts.
Yes.
But in federal case, you can have pendant state claims if you have a federal cause of action.
Okay, how can I develop a federal cause of action if I keep it in federal court?
You want it in federal court?
Yes.
And fugitive that he is,
Are they state actors?
and
No, these
Gershon
are purely private people.
What I'm saying is, are they acting under
so
color of
Gershon
state? Are they...
makes excuses.
Not really, because even though they're chartered under the state, that doesn't make them not
Gershon
acting
has
under
ask
state law.
I see, even though they're chartered, they're not state actors.
Make a fair,
It's a
unimpartial
purely
decision.
private relationship.
See herself.
When they didn't maintain their end of the contract. I mean, imagine holding a secret trial in this day and
Out of
age.
all
It's
the
ludicrous.
applications for a law
Then
clerk,
they appoint him a defense counsel and tell the defense counsel, don't contact him and don't let him know.
Have you read the Bill of Rights, New York State Constitution?
No, because it's
Now here is
well, it's
Gershon's
grossly
dad,
violated
number
this due
14.
process thing and you have a
Gershon is
contract with them.
really
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but you see, in order to get it into federal, it really has to be under color of state.
And prejudice.
Well, if there's diversity, you have federal jurisdiction.
That's true.
It says
That's true, but what federal laws did they break?
Mr. Buell
What federal law?
Yeah, what federal laws did they break?
Counsel disavowed her client's own testimony was false.
What federal
and
laws
suggested to the
did they
jury
violate?
that it should find Mr. Buell guilty,
It
not
would be
based on the testimony, but based on the prosecutor's own false conclusion
And the only
that
thing that
defense
gives it the
counsel
federal
did not
reach
believe his
is the
testimony.
diversity of citizenship.
But that's what President is telling us this morning.
What state was it?
It's New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Buys food for them.
And he lives where?
He lives in Pennsylvania.
Mr. Buell further
And the church is in
argues,
Jersey.
says Gershon, that the prosecutor acted
Now get this,
improperly in
this is
using
the
the
best part
word
about it,
"we"
get this.
twice.
They accuse him secretly of doing something wrong,
Well, Ramos did this because the testimony
and they inform him after they excommunicate him, hey, here's why we excommunicated you, you violated these rules.
And
Then, when
accomplices
he
realized
challenges them,
that he was assaulted
they
and that
drop the
he did not
excommunication,
assault them during Remember the
reject
two
the
big lies
charges,
of Jesus
throw the charges out, and they excommunicate him
The
anyway.
two big lies is that he did not assault him and that we assaulted him. This is a trap. You have your
But he goes back to them and says, hey, I'm entitled to an ecclesiastical trial.
Gershon ignores
Ecclesiastical law
Franklin
provides
Glendora
for this,
audiotape
this, and
evidence.
this.
This
And he
proves that
cited
Ramos
chapter and
game
verse
is
on
wrong.
everything that he was entitled to,
Gershon ignores
including
Ramos had
notice,
no outside
hearing,
witnesses.
the right to
Ramos had
rebut
no
evidence,
additional
present
evidence.
witnesses,
You are a
the
gang
whole
of
thing, just like a
liars, a
criminal case.
gang of buddies,
They said,
a
well, forget
gang
the
of
charges,
hoodoo.
you're excommunicated anyway.
Testified that he had not one outside for this individual.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a federal
Gershon
cause of
ignores
action.
Glendora's pleas to
And
subpoena
the main cause
who
of
was
action
tried,
is
who was
intentional infliction of emotional
He could
distress.
have
This guy almost committed suicide.
But this is a state.
He attempted suicide.
Ramos
This is a
never
state
refuted
tort.
Glendora's arguments in her brief.
Intentional infliction of emotional stress is a state tort.
And Gershon covers up for him. So we take every paragraph of Gershon.
Well, I'd give it a try. Try to do it under diversity of citizenship.
Yeah.
Glendora finishes with refuting Gershon's
So I
lies
don't have
on
a complaint ready in about 10 days.
What?
13 pages to
But
go.
wait a second. You cannot defend it. I mean, you can. No, you're not a lawyer.
Prejudice, yeah.
No, I'm doing he's going to be going full pro se.
Ramos' lies.
He's doing
He
his pro
lied
se.
over 300 times.
No, once we have the complaint filed and everything else,
assistant U.S.
we'll go find him, we'll see if we can find him a lawyer, but he can go in.
No, I wouldn't get a lawyer. That's good that he's going pro se. A lawyer will
They can't deny what they did. There's some denial here.
wait a second. Wait a second. We were talking about a lawyer.
Yes.
Don't get a lawyer.
And God
Don't. No.
we would rather be
I don't think he
rich
needs one.
and own our
That's
souls
right. He
in the
doesn't go
53
pro se.
Florida.
Everything is on paper. Everything they did is on paper.
What federal court are you going to file it in?
Newark.
Now, right, Georgetown. Second, now Mr. Buell argues that at sentencing, Judge Asrock stated that she was downwardly departing
That's
based
very
on age
interesting, but
and
I
unusual
don't see
family
how-
circumstances with
I
respect
don't
to
see
both
how the United States has
defendants.
jurisdiction over
But
what a
that,
church does.
nevertheless, sentenced both Ted Cummings with the
I
United
think,
States
and let me, you
sentencing
correct me if I'm wrong, diversity is solid.
It
Because
was
if you've got a company from California that makes an agreement with a company in New Jersey, and then the company in New Jersey violates it, the California company can't go into federal court, it's got to go into federal court because that's
incarceration from
diversity.
0 to 6 months and a fine between $500 and $5,000 with a possibility of probation of between 1 and 5 years. After I sentenced both defendants
Well,
to
it's a
2
very
years
interesting case, but
probation, $2,000 fine, stating
And the underlying facts took place in both states.
do you know how to file a federal complaint? Rule 8, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure? Rule 8. Yeah.
Okay, now this is what happened. Now this was our reward
And that's
for
diversity?
being
No,
beat up
that's
by
how
an
to file
insane
a complaint in
named,
federal court. You
Kenneth
state
H.
what they did
Martin,
wrong.
i.e.
You state the
Bridget
relief you wanted.
This is the justice that
Okay?
we got.
You make your claim and,
I have to go get a copy of the local rules in Newark.
Okay?
no, you don't
Now, do you
want,
By the way,
understand
I'm
that this
looking for you on TV and I don't see you on there.
hold it. You don't want the local rules. You want the federal rules.
You will get no justice.
Okay, then
and you
look
have
up
no
Rule 8.
place to go.
Okay.
And are you going to join us
Where? In
joining
Brooklyn?
these courts
At what
of
time?
getting good people in there as justice?
Say again?
As
What
judges?
time? What time do you look for the
After
program?
six sentences.
I look for it on
It was all
Saturdays and
fake. It
Sundays.
was all a
Well,
trump
it's
up
not
because
on
we
Saturdays
sued
and
them.
Sundays.
What are you on?
It's on Fridays.
On Friday at what time?
They moved it. I think it's 9 o'clock or 9:30 or 10.
Okay, I'll find it
In the morning. In the morning.
Here
in
is
the
a
morning,
man,
You're
sweet,
very
gentle, and
instructional. I love to sit there listening to you.
Oh, good. It's in the morning.
who was shot in the jaw
It's
by
in
a
the morning.
maniac
That's no problem.
perpetrator
I'll
and
sit down
squad
for
to
the
the
court.
court.
Well, I think it's an interesting
Being
case.
sentenced
It's
for
going
the
to cost you
a man
$150 to
frail,
file it.
78 years old, who never
And
touched screws with
is he
them,
inform a pauper?
there
Is
is
he a
no
poor
hope
person?
for you
Yes, he
people.
is.
Meaning this
Really?
man
I mean, does he own
and the other
property?
52.
No, not at all.
Does he have a bank account?
No.
Nicholson,
No, this guy, he's running out of his car.
Roll,
Then you should be able to file
Cassidy, that's Franklin's
a motion
legal
for
aid.
informal pauperous, and the clerk should give you that.
Irrefutably
Yeah, I've got
with
those.
Asrock.
You can also get one at the Brooklyn Federal Court down at the Eastern District of New York.
Yeah. You know, I'm just now getting into,
Wilson
getting
ignores
back
the
into the
truth
plans
that
thing.
Cassidy
About 4
writes
months ago,
because of her
I had
true confession,
had food poisoning
to
from
push
fish.
the lies of women.
And,
200.
it made me sick as hell. The diabetes already kicked in, and it made me sick as a dog.
Oh, that's awful. That's terrible.
Just 3 weeks ago, I started getting clear and getting
And
my head
Gershon
back to
didn't
the
even
point
know
where I
enough
could
to
get out
send
of bed and
Cassidy.
fix.
Franklin
Isn't
through the
that
aid. I
awful?
believe this. She didn't even know enough to send Franklin through the aid.
Ah.
A copy of Gershon, November 24th,
Okay,
1994, which we always can.
It's just that,
Know enough to send it to Franklin
well,
through the aid.
I don't
So the
even
aid
know
could appear.
any U.S. code that deals
Gershon
with
didn't know
torts.
enough to send Franklin and Glendora separate copies.
I don't know any U.S. code that deals with torts, but I'm sure that
Ford
you...
Motor Company. Ford Motor Company had those vehicles that got hit in the back
Then
that would blow up.
Yes.
That was strictly a tort case
Gershon does not
because
quote
they knew about
what
it.
Cassidy listed
Uh-huh.
as
That
the
was a tort
defects
case,
in
and that was in federal
Asrock's
court. They
weird
won, Ford
and
won, but
framed up
that was in federal court.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can poke
Gershon's
around and find
pages
something. Go
1,
there,
2,
go look at
3,
the U.S. code and look
is
under tort.
superficial
Yeah.
And go look under...
and totally deficient and is unworthy of the high call for
So
an
purely
Article 3 judge.
intentional.
Cassidy
And
said
once it's
today
anchored
it is unusual
in
to have a
diversity and a
misdemeanor
second federal
trial by
cause
a
of action,
magistrate
then
appealable,
the facts just
appealed
no one
to
can
a
deny
United
what the
States
facts were
district
because they
judge,
kept minutes. There's the
then
record.
appealed to the United
And
States
I'll tell you
Court of
something else
Appeals,
they did.
Second Circuit.
Once they realized they screwed
Here
up,
up to page
they
23.
went back and said, oh, we need to correct the minutes, we're going to withdraw this. And they redid the minutes as if nothing happened prior.
Okay.
Which is a dead giveaway that they realized that what they did was wrong.
Yes, and also it tells you that they cheated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Then the poor bastard gets an appeal.
Correct your language.
He gets an appeal.
Should we try to get up to
And
page 4?
files it, and what they do is they don't get the other side doesn't have to file anything, and they're talking with each other in the background. They're having ex parte communication back and forth about what they're going to do about it. Then they hand down a decision, but they just turn down his appeal without any comment whatsoever on all of the allegations, everything that he raised and proved.
It sounds like the Second Circuit.
It's not the government. It's the
Yeah,
anti-government.
okay. All right.
Okay?
And
Okay,
it's
thanks for calling me
unusual
back.
because
I
it
appreciate
shows
it.
artificiality.
Yes, I don't think I gave you any answer.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. You confirmed
That's why
diversity,
it's unusual. That's why
and
we
I know
have
where to look.
heterotaxis. This is
Oh, yeah,
why
Federal
everything
Rules
is
of Civil
backwards,
Procedure
upside down,
and the
inside
U.S.
out.
Code. Go look at the
Because
U.S.
it's
Code.
55.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
appreciate your
because
call.
Azrak cheated
Okay,
us
did
out
you
of
know
our
that
rights,
the
we're
judge
not
suffers
free
from
judge.
Moon syndrome?
Gershon knows this.
Moon
Glendora
syndrome.
delineated the same two
He carries
Gershons,
1/6
but
of the weight he
Gershon
thinks he does.
her homework. Now, this
Okay, did you ever meet with Carl
Inexperienced.
Lancicera and Harvey Cash?
Fifth
No,
grade
I'm
out
going
of
to
law
do that
school,
in the next
trial
month.
by night,
Yeah,
law
okay.
clerk.
All righty.
Start
Okay.
talking
Yes,
about the
thank you.
trial.
You bet.
Bye.
Bye.
And Glendora says it is not the government, it is the anti-government.
Hi, this is the Ferrari family. Please leave a message after the tone. If you have a fax, please begin the transmission right away. Hola, ¿cómo están? Les habla la familia Ferrari. Por favor, dejen un mensaje. Si tienen una transmisión de fax, por favor, comiencen ahora. Hasta pronto, gracias.
Nilda, this is Glendora. Please call me, 949-9495. And did you hear about the minister who suffers from Moon syndrome? He carries 1/6 of the weight he thinks he does. Yes, and I thank you for bringing us those 2 cartridges.
How come you didn't see that note I had bundled up with your mail on the hooks under the mailbox?
Oh, you want to know something? That isn't our mail.
That wasn't that silly of me.
No, it wasn't. All of our mail comes to box 416.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, it's amazing that you could catch Franklin.
Yeah, why?
Well, because you're all over Westchester, and here you were going by our house.
Yes.
So that was quite...
I was in the area. I had to call nearby.
Yeah, so that's quite coincidental.
Well, I'm glad you...
I
But you
gave...
have 3 more coming to you.
Yes.
Okay.
I gave you 5 cartridges at the A&P.
Right. Exactly. I gave you one from my stock. Forgive me, I'm eating. And I went out, I brought all 5 to the guy, and he only had 3 to give me back, or 2 to give me back. He owes me 3 more.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got the 2, and I'm so happy to have them.
I'm very glad.
And did you hear about the judge who suffers from Moon syndrome?
No.
He carries 1/6 of the weight he thinks he does.
Who is this? Who suffers from
Moon syndrome, the judge.
Oh, the judge. He carries 1/6 of the weight he thought he did?
Yes.
Hey, I gotta run.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, folks. It's 3:30 a.m. and I'm trying to do the rest of the telephone conversations for Monday, October 23rd. This is Jim Leland, who is a great champion of the public's rights.
So what day you on?
Well, what time do you look at it, Jim? Tuesday?
Tuesday. Well, I look at different days, and I look on every day.
It's Tuesday, Jim, at 9:30.
9:30 on Tuesday. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look for that. Because I've been missing the program. I somehow couldn't find it. Maybe it's not being put on.
I think you made the wrong conclusion.
Okay. So it's on Tuesday, 9:30. All right, I'll look for it. And
You did it.
should be on tomorrow night then.
That's right.
Okay.
You did a good job on researching that law.
Oh, thank you very much.
And they've given me 2 appointments to go down and look at these disclosures.
Right.
And I haven't had time. The last legal paper I did was yesterday and today, and it was 90 pages. So these things take time, and I don't have time to telephone, and I don't have time to go to their appointment. And if you do it by mail, they want you to pay them $40.
Yes.
And so I'm getting all kinds of things to sue them on. Just their brochure alone is enough to sue them on. And now the way... We're talking about the Ethics Commission for the Unified Court System, that you can see a judge's financial disclosures, and they make it as difficult as possible. This is good. So I'll play their game, and when I get time, I'll go down there.
And to go down there, it's I've been down there a couple of times on other matters, because they have other agencies in that same building. But it's in the worst part of Manhattan. You can't believe it, and it's almost impossible. So you really can't even bring a car down there.
Well, yes, that's a problem. You have to take 2 people, Jim.
Yes, and so it's right down near the. I'm trying to think of the name of that park there at the lower end of Broadway. Bowling Green Park. It's not far. It's only a stone's throw from Bowling Green Park.
Oh, yeah.
So it's right down.
And that's what I told them, too. I said, isn't there some way you can do this by mail? I don't want to get down into that jungle you work in.
No, they're never going to be cooperative with you. They do that.
Oh, good. Then they'll pile up a record, and when it's over, I'll just sue them.
Right. So anyhow, that's what you deal with this Mrs. Walker. Miss Walker was in charge of it for the longest time. I don't know if she's still there or not.
Mm-hmm.
The one that handles the records and the appointments and what have you. I believe it was.
Oh, they're so crooked.
Oh yes, definitely.
So that's good. We were called, and we exposed them, Jim. So we've done a good thing.
So we got a big thing going on over here. It's a local issue concerning corruption with the town boards, the various town boards.
Oh, I bet. What towns?
Clarkstown and Haverstraw.
Yes.
And actually, the main one is Clarkstown. That's the head of the political party, this fellow Paul Adler.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but you had one on your side of the river up there in up in Poughkeepsie, Poughkeepsie, where the head of one of the parties there was just recently indicted for controlling all the bidding in the county there.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Paroli, his name was Paroli. In fact, I just had I saved the news article.
Oh, good, Jim. So are you coming on your exposure of these
it's going great. Every week there's something in the paper. We have in fact, that's what I'm working on now, trying to develop some for this week's edition.
Oh, good.
So
What's the name of the paper?
The Rockland County Times.
Oh, okay, that's a Gannett paper?
No, it's an independent. No, the Gazette paper, God almighty, that's the worst paper in the world to deal with on this side of the river anyhow.
You're certainly right.
Oh boy, they're terrible. They protect these people. They spin these stories. It's unbelievable what they do for these politicians.
Oh, yes.
So definitely.
So where's the shore? They get paid.
So in fact, I'll send you a copy of this particular. It's a little bit old now. It's a few months old concerning this political head of the political party that was pled guilty. And if you've got any interest in it, but it's up in the next county up. That's Dutchess County, is it Poughkeepsie?
Yes.
Dutchess County.
No, Poughkeepsie's west. Oh, Poughkeepsie, yes.
Oh, it's on your side of the river. I know that. So,
Yes.
all right, so I'll definitely look for your program tomorrow.
Oh, good, Jim.
Okay, and
I think you're terrific. Will you keep it up?
yes, I will definitely. And I've got my camera, and I'm just trying to get it together to.
Oh, please, Jim.
Yes.
Please,
get
you'd
my
be.
own little program going.
Yeah, you'd be very good. Oh, we need people like you to speak.
Okay, and if I get anything, I'll pass it right on over to you then.
Okay, Jim.
Very good.
Did you hear about the politician who suffered from Moon syndrome?
No, I didn't.
He carries.
Syndrome?
Yeah, he carries 1/6 of the weight he thinks he does.
That's a good one.
Well, I'll keep you posted on the Ethics Commission.
All right, thanks. I will, and I'll let you know anything new over here on this end.
Yeah, you do good work, Jim. Keep it up.
All right, thank you, and so do you.
Okay.
Very good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you think it's from Portland, Oregon?
Yeah.
Hello, Charles.
Hi, how are you, Glendora?
We're good. I'll say hello to Charles Franklin.
Hello, Charles Golden. How are you doing, Franklin? Pretty well. Yeah, thank you. Good.
Are you going to the special meeting of shareholders November 10th?
That's just to take up the question of this extra stock.
Yeah, well, it's more than that. Number one is to vote on the new certificate of authority, and I'm sorry to hear that because I was hoping to get their certificate of authority annulled by the Attorney General of the state of New York, because here they are, a cable operator, and all of a sudden they're out of their jurisdiction operating retail stores. So I was hoping to get that annulled, but they're, I guess, a step ahead of me.
What is that? A certificate of authority for what?
Well, the state of New York requires that they make application for a certificate of authority to do business in the state of New York because they are a foreign corporation. They're incorporated in Delaware.
But they must already have that, don't they? They've been here for a long time.
Well, but the point is, Charles, is their jurisdiction was as a cable operator, supplying cable TV service. And now,
why is it on the agenda for this meeting?
well, because, Charles, they own the Wiz, okay? That's not being a cable operator. They're out of their jurisdiction. On the certificate of authority, they have to write down what their jurisdiction is. What business are they conducting in the state of New York? And all of a sudden, they're not cable operators only. They're they're operating retail stores. So that all had to be amended. And then the second one is the employee stock plan. And I don't trust anything they do, so that must be crooked. But the worst one of all, Charles, is number 3, where they're going to give the directors more options. You know how these options work? They get the stock for $7, they go out and sell it for $76. That's how that works. And so now the greedy directors don't have enough money. They want more money, and they want to increase their options. So that definitely has to be voted against. And there again, Charles, where does the money go? Why don't we get dividends?
Yeah, they apparently have no intention of ever issuing dividends.
Well, we've got to stop that. That's terrible.
I noticed one paragraph in the report, just quickly leafing through it, but I happened to see that popped out, and they said that the company doesn't issue dividends and has no plans to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I say enough of that. With James Doling earning $950 base salary, $950,000 base salary, plus $4 million in bonuses, plus $4 million in other compensation, and they won't show you the books, records, and minutes to tell you what that other compensation is. So I think it's time that we...
No, of course, they always maintain that they're losing money, right?
Oh, yes. Where's the money they're losing? It's going into their pockets. Now, Charles, we have made 61 demands to see the shareholders list. And we got in to see it on August, September 29th. No, September 17th, August 29th and September 19th.
You saw it?
Yes, but when we went to see it on August the 29th, I said I want to make copies. And they have a insecurity guard, a goon, a hulk, standing around, and no, you can't make copies. I says, but this is the law. The law is that I can see the shareholders list, my agent can see it, and we can make copies. No. I says, well, you call upstairs. You don't know anything about it. You call upstairs. You find out about it. No. And so we couldn't make copies. And then on September 19th, when Franklin got in to see it, finally they let him in as my agent. They fought that. And they let him in as my agent, and they wouldn't let him make copies. And that's strictly against the law. The law says that the shareholder can see the shareholders list, can make copies, and have an agent represent him.
And it says copies in the law too?
Yeah, it says extracts thereof. Yes, it does. Extracts. Lemon extract, vanilla extract.
How many pages long is that list? So long about the copy?
The Class B shareholders list is 1 page, and it's all Dolan. The Class A shareholders list is 100 pages. How many shares do you own?
100.
Well, that's good. It's up to 76 now.
It's always been bouncing up and down with everything else.
Yeah.
But, I was even thinking of selling it because it doesn't pay a dividend. It's just...
No, it doesn't.
But of course, it's nice to be able to go to the stockholder meetings.
Well, all right. So buy 1 share. Sell 99 shares.
Yeah.
Sell 99 shares and keep 1.
How many do you have? 1?
1, I think. But no, it's 4 because they split twice.
Yeah, okay.
So it's 4.
It's November 10th. I wasn't, what is it, 10 o'clock?
Yes. November 10th, 10 o'clock.
Well, maybe,
in the Cablevision Auditorium.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. Now, when we go to make our demand on the, they send out insecurity officers. Nobody comes down, who is a lawyer. Lemley doesn't come down. Charles doesn't come down. James doesn't come down. They send insecurity officers. And they say, the insecurity officers say, you're not going to see the list. And you don't have any business here, so you should leave. And I say, no, I am a shareholder. I'm here conducting shareholder business, and I'm not going to leave. Then I went out and I called the Nassau County Police to arrest Charles Dolan, James Dolan, and Robert Lemley, and Tony LaValliere, one of these goons, and Paul Ryan, to arrest them for violating a New York state law.
and what did they do?
What's the county do? Well, so far they've said, one of them said you should have to call the Attorney General.
Mm-hmm.
No, the district attorney. You'll have to call the district attorney. Another one said, let's see, said to the effect that that it wasn't a police matter. That's what it was. It's not a police matter. And then I go out front with my signs and I say, Dolan's cheat. And on the back I say, fire former. I want him to be the former. So,
When did you do that?
I picketed 3 times, I guess. And I've called the police twice. When? I would say, well, last week, certainly, Tuesday. Or was it Tuesday before?
What would you do with that list of 100 pages?
Oh, well, definitely. Franklin was able to write down some names of people who had 2,000 or more. And I have already sent them, well, I have to back up. On Tuesday, the 17th, the insecurity people were doing the hemming and hawing and shifting from one foot to another. And Cell House came down with a letter, and she gave it to Frank. Glenn, and the letter said that I was going to be restricted, that I was not to see the shareholders list but one day between the annual meeting of one year and the annual meeting of the next year. And that I was, what else did the restriction say? Yeah, well, it had some other things about harassing their personnel and all that. And so I made my answer to that. It was 20 pages, and I said that these restrictions are bogus. These restrictions do not change the state law. The state law says that a shareholder can see the shareholders list, his agent can see it, and they can make extracts. And so that isn't changing the law, and I'm coming back, and I'm going to make my demand. I'm going to live by the law.
Well, it will be interesting. By the way, here's another thing that can be brought up.
Okay.
Did you see today's New York Times?
No.
No. New York Times has one of their major stories covering a full page of type about the big companies making profits on pornography.
Oh!
And that meaning that the television, the cable television, which is peddling Playboy channel, and
Yes, and a lot more pornography.
for us to pay, and they're making. So of course, whether in this meeting they're not likely to allow you to bring it up, but that is an interesting question. Why do they want to be making profits on pornography?
Yes. Well, don't ever ask a question that they won't allow you to bring it up. They have no authority not to allow you to bring it up.
Well, if they have a meeting with 4 points on the agenda, I guess, and nothing about new business like at a regular...
Well, bring it up anyway. Okay?
I know you can manage to do it, but I'm just saying that they probably will try not to have it brought up.
Yeah, oh, sure. Well, they can try. Oh, they can try all they want.
Well, I'll try to get there.
Okay. Did you hear about the CEO that was suffering from Moon syndrome?
Suffering from what?
Moon syndrome.
Wait, which syndrome?
Moon. M-O-O-N.
Oh, Moon syndrome. Yeah, what was that?
He carried 1/6 of the weight he thought he did. Okay, Charles, are you going away again?
Not for immediately. I might be going to California for a week or so.
Yeah, when?
My son lives out there.
Oh, okay, when?
Oh, sometime in November. I'm not sure when.
Okay, do it after the meeting. Now, I went to a special meeting when they tried to pull that deal with John Malone and TCI.
Yeah.
And Charles Dolan was in Japan. James Dolan wasn't there. Bell conducted the meeting. Nobody was dressed up. Nobody wore any ties. There were only 5 people there. There weren't any directors.
No, maybe there wasn't even a quorum, huh?
Well, that's a good question. They lied that there was, but that's a good question. Okay, friend.
Okay, take a look at the New York Times if you got a copy around.
Absolutely. Franklin takes it, and when he gets a chance to read it, he'll give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, good Lord.
You bet. Bye, Charles.
Bye.
So, folks, that's 60 telephone calls yesterday. Not enough. Not enough. There's so many, many more to do. I guess it would take a couple of days to clear up the backlog. So what time is it now? It's 4 a.m. on the morning of October 24, 2000, and we thank God for a new day. Here's some jokes for you. One employee says, "What's the boss doing now?" And another employee said, "He's looking at the petty cash fund." And the first employee says, "Oh yeah, that's what we call the employee's payroll." And here's how the chairman of the company holds his meetings. He gathers all the people, he says what he wants, and then he says to the people, all in favor say aye, all opposed say bye. And Peter Bajor has been a wonderful chief executive officer of Texaco. He's taken the company from insecurity to, no, wait a second, he's taken the company from obscurity to anonymity. And the secretary said to the clerk, "Did the judge give you a piece of his mind?" And the clerk says, "Yes." And it's amazing when you consider how low the inventory is. Franklin did all of the errands, folks. He got home before dark, just made it. He served Texaco. Tim Miller came up and signed in for them. It was the Texaco Task Force, Glendora's memorandum in opposition to it. He served them on Texaco, the board of directors, and on the task force. And you heard what happened when I called up to see if Bajor got it. I really don't trust Tim Miller to get those to the people. So next time I get a chance to telephone, I must call and ask if they got it. Oh, I would no more want to be a corporate executive and lie, steal, and cheat the whole day long, and then go home and face my family, and then give them the money that I earned lying, stealing, and cheating. But we are rid of Bajor. I have to find out if there's going to be an annual meeting. There will have to be a special meeting of the shareholders to approve the sellout to Chevron. And Franklin went to the White Plains Post Office and he bought $39 worth of stamps, and then he misplaced them. In Portland, Oregon, they sent back a whole bunch of tapes, and it was over $5 postage due because they just couldn't write 2 words on the package: book rate. And they already used our stamps to send them back. So that's terrible. That's Portland, Oregon. Public access. And Saks is all locked up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's unheard of. That's a building that's where Henry Miller is. Gagliardi. And it's a rich law firm, but why is the front door locked at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon? And Franklin got groceries. We get our groceries from Seatown because the things are too heavy to carry in. But Seatown doesn't have a lot of the products that we depend upon each week. I built a huge fire in the fireplace. I burned a bundle of pickets and then I burned along some of the long pieces that hadn't been cut up, and it was very, very nice. It made a lot of it smoked, but then it's old enough to smoke, and so I have to do that at times when nobody else is home. I think that's all of the news as of 4:13 a.m. I'm writing a note for Franklin that Sal House's letter does not change the law. The law is the same. Glendora is a shareholder. She has a right to see the shareholders list. As her agent, I have the right to see the shareholders list, and we both have a right to make extracts therefrom. So show us the list. So he'll just go on making the demands, and I'll make the demands when I can. I don't think I can today because I have something like 16 programs to edit. And Glendora will continue to make her demands and live by the law. They will continue, of course, to violate the law. I have to charge the battery in case anything important happens between here and Lynbrook. Who monitors the task force? Unconvincing. Jury trial would have been better. We needed a better judge on that than Charles L. Bryant. This paper, we're writing on page 34, is all bulk and no weight. Rejoice. Bonjour is out. Page 35, Texaco has been gobbled up by Chevron. why I cheered Judge Green when he broke up the monopoly with Mr. McGowan of MCI. And Mr. McGowan worked so hard on that, busting up that monopoly, that I think Mr. McGowan died from it. So I would never have AT&T. Or something. I will call her and I'll ask her to send us some samples so we can show you what Prime Media does. And this is AT&T, I guess, Western Union priority letter asking us to go AT&T long distance. Never. It's a miserable company. And New York Telephone was so mean to people when they were the monopoly. And that's why I cheered Judge Green when he broke up the monopoly with Mr. McGowan of MCI. And Mr. McGowan worked so hard on that, busting up that monopoly, that I think Mr. McGowan died from it. So I would never have AT&T. Never. After how mean they were to people. They were so mean, they were like a Gestapo. There are other things to tell you about. I have to play some tapes for you, and on 2 audio tapes, 1119 and 1120, and I have to read you some things that the Public Service Commission has put down as law, and I have to tell you about funeral planning so that your family won't be in that horrible, horrible, horrible double, triple distress when you die. And I have to tell you about the Association of Cable Access Producers. I can do that right now. Here are some more accomplishments of theirs. With his help, that's Thomas Hillgardner, we have successfully opened up the files of the Queensborough president and inspected the documentation between that office and Queens Public Access. This revealed much valuable information, including flagrant distortions and allegations made by Queens Public Access about the Association of Cable Access Producers, the members. We managed to get our concern about lack of producers on the Queens Public Access Board of Directors and limited broadcasting hours into the daily news. Good. We have successfully, this is the Association of Cable Access Producers, obtained through the enlightened advice of Thomas Hillgardner, entry into the files of all public access centers. Good. With the names and addresses of all access producers in all boroughs, we will be able to reach out more effectively. Of course, it's a state law. Nobody can keep that from you. You have the right to see the name, address, and telephone number of every access producer. That's a state law. Our website is up and running, though it still is a work in progress. We have linked up with Nassau and Suffolk County producers and are strengthening the bond. She doesn't mention us, does she? Westchester producer. We went to two of their meetings. We're going to go to their videotaping July 27th next week to tell people about public access and to tell you that you should be a public access producer. That's on the 27th, and then in August is the picnic. Another Association of Cable Access Producers picnic on August 20th at Central Park has already been set. It's going to be at Belvedere Castle. Bring something to eat and come down and see us, and bring us something to eat. I'll bring you something to eat. We need your continued support now more than ever. The expense of contacting all producers is going to be a challenge. If we all stick together, we can keep public access the wonderful tool for free speech that it was meant to be, free of unfair political and bureaucratic nonsense. There's a cat down here, and this is the third cat. Ginny, Katie. Come over here, Katie. Come on over here, Katie. There's something to eat up here. And here's a picture of the president, Anna Vitale, and her signature. There comes the Katie cat. Check should be made to Claire Vogel, care of Association of Cable Access Producers, and sent to P.O. Box. But Claire says don't do that. She says send it to her address in Flushing, New York, on 26th Road. So we'll send them $20 and a $1 tip for Claire. Katie, are you sitting on the remote? Oh, excuse me, folks. Life with three cats. This is something you should know about, folks. It's a state law, and its subtitle are, and I've forgotten how you look it up in the library. I don't think it's a New York State code and but what I think is important for you is freedom of information. And this is the law on that. And it's only a couple of pages. And freedom of information is section 589-1.1. And the purpose is to set forth the methods and procedures governing the availability, location, and nature of those records of the Commission on Cable Television, which of course is merged into the Public Service Commission, subject to the provisions of Article 6 of the Public Officers Law. That's where you look up freedom of information. The Public Officers Law, known as the Freedom of Information Law. There's one for the state and there's one for the feds. And that's how you get the information about people like de Blasio and other crooked people in our government. You understand that we have a great government and a great country, but you understand that the government is in very, very bad hands, and we got to get rid of these bums and get good people in there. So remember, it's the Public Officers Law, and also remember there you will find the Open Meetings Law. So that's Title R, and also in Title R is the Personal Privacy Protection, the protection of information about you, private information about you. So that's what I was reading today. And on Title R, I want to find the Public Service Law, Section 228, maybe, that tells you that it must be part of the New York Code and Rules of and Regulation. It is. Subtitle 9 of the official compilation of the New York State Codes, Rules, and Regulations. Let me read it to you again. Subtitle 9 of the official compilation of the New York State Codes, Rules, and Regulations, abbreviated NYCRR. And that's got to be here because it's Section 589 up to 599. Let me turn off the, let's go on hold and see if I can find you the very important limit and prohibit law. I found 595.4, minimum standards for public educational and government access. Okay. I just got to find Public Service Law 228. But that one is about editorial control, and that's not the one we're trying to talk about now. We're trying to find no cable operator, no municipality, and the commission, and any third party that the municipality lets operate a cable system. None of those can limit or prohibit public access, and they all do. Maybe it is in here. Maybe it is under the New York Code. Public Service Law. It used to be in, see what throws you all off, it used to be in the Executive Law, New York State Executive Law. And it was Title 8, it was Section 829, 1, 2, 3. But I think that that's no cable operator or municipality or the commission can exercise editorial control over public access. Okay, I'll just have to read this great big fat book and find it. Call up the Public Service Commission and say, where is that law? Limit and prohibit, so that I can sue you on the basis of that law, because you're limiting and prohibiting public access by requiring a community sponsor and by not sponsoring my programs in Albany, Schenectady, and Troy. This is my annotations and marginalia and interlinears. I read a lot of this to you, and in fact, I think I've read most of it to you. And these all went out yesterday, Saturday, and they went to the Commissioner of the FCC, to Steve Che at the New York State Public Service Commission, and to Robert Goldberg and to Thomas Hillgartner. And one of them is, the lavender one is the FCC fact sheet, the marginalia on that, and the minimum standards for public educational and government access, and the Cable Communications Policy Act of 1984, the one I've read you so many times, and the franchise renewals kit put out by the Public Service Commission. And that all went out, as I say, yesterday, Saturday, and it cost a lot of money. And it took several hours. It must have taken 7 or 8 hours, and it must have taken about $25 to print and post. Gotta stop that. Aren't these green folders beautiful? Here, they're green marble. Aren't they lovely? And in here, you remember Jed Rakoff? He let TCI murder public access in 20 municipalities in Westchester. Okay, I was doing another legal paper, Giacomo, when electromagnetic wave goes through your head, and when they go through, they go out. And so you have to stop what you're doing if you're going to remember. And so I stopped and I wrote this, and it's to Jed Rakoff, a United States District Judge, about as bad as they come in the Southern District of New York, down in Manhattan. He used to be up here in White Plains. And this is to Jed Rakoff. You have made 160 public access producers who wanted to communicate with their community, unable to do so. Free speech, stand up in the park, electronic soapbox, you have ruined in 20 municipalities in Westchester. Are you proud of that as an American? When are you going to stop the charade that you are fit to be a United States judge? You have turned your own region into a medieval blackout. Rye, Scarsdale, your own Larchmont, Mamaroneck, Greenberg, White Plains, Eastchester. 20 municipalities in Westchester are living in the dark ages because of you. No system-wide public access. How can you live with that? How can your 2 daughters be proud of you who betrayed the United States of America? No wonder you could not face me eyeball to eyeball in the courtroom party day, May 2000. Ostrich head in the hole. You can't even see the graphic up on TV every week. Jed Rakoff robs Americans of free speech. Rip off Rakoff. That's as far as I've got so far. It hasn't been formalized and printed and posted. Cat, come here. Come here, cat. There. Pat Galino likes to see cats on TV. Come here, honey. Well, go the other way then. See if you can't show the other way. There you are. That's Katie Kitten. Here's this crook, Saul Trujillo, who ruined U.S. West Telephone Company. And did you hear the bulletin on the radio? They call Quest. He merged. He took it over. And did you hear on the radio that the nation's fourth largest telephone company, Quest, has been ordered by the United States government to pay $1.5 million. And so Trujillo paid it, but he didn't plead guilty. And so we get this in the mail. You know, the other day we sent out our transfer of stock from U.S. West to Quest. And we get this in the mail from U.S. West. And this is more dirty crooks. And I'm going. You are a bunch of crooks, greedy crooks. Shame on you. And that's got to be done today. That's another legal paper. It says, dear shareholder, in contemplation of the merger between U.S. West and Quest Communications International, the board of directors of the company authorized the nomination of the company's rights agreement dated June 1st, 1998. The board of directors has ordered the cancellation of our rights. This is how crooked they are. And who's on the board of directors? Nothing but colluders. It's just like Cablevision. Nothing but colluders. Pursuant to the redemption provisions of the rights agreement, all of the outstanding rights will be redeemed at a redemption price of 0.005. .005. And where'd the money go? Into their greedy pockets. Per right. One right is attached to each share of common stock of the company you own. So how are they going to pay me? I had one share, I think it went split 2 for 1, and then when this greedy guy Trujillo butts in and takes over the company in hostility, I come down to 1.7 shares. The 1 share I can transfer, and the 0.7 share they're going to give me money for. Now, how much money is it? 0.7 rather, times 0.005. It's 0.0005. How are they going to pay me that? These crooks in American corporations, they're as crooked as the people in the United States government. I have a few telephone conversations to play for you, chats with Glendora, and that will wind up the Cable TV Journal for Saturday, July 22nd, and today, Sunday, July 23rd. So, did you know that Franklin did the grocery shopping all by himself yesterday? He went to Pathmark in White Plains, that's his favorite store, and he went all the way by himself and home by himself. He was in the store for 4 hours. $90. Bulletin. Let me put it in a different recorder, folks. Not that this is this is the recorder that Bruiser Ken slammed down on the desk and said, "You're not going to get a receipt."
I've confirmed that it's the check, the 100.
Now, this is the New York City Parking Violations Bureau. 3 tickets that they never notified me of. They took the car without due process. They were using the wrong address. All of the letters came back to them, and they take my car. And so we got 2 tickets excused, and we paid $439, $133 for the 3rd ticket, and then all of the towing and all of the surcharge and all of the other civil RICO. And the whole thing was $439.06. So I complained about, and then I appealed it all, and the panel of administrative judges granted the appeal and erased the 3rd ticket. So they were all erased, they were all zapped, and this is Mr. Charles telling me why I haven't received my refund yet. And he's talking only about $133. I'm talking about $439.
Email, I'd appreciate it. The telephone number is 212-755-2942.
Friday, 3:57 p.m. Yes, this is Ken Charles from the New York City Department of Finance, returning your call of earlier. I've confirmed that it's the check, the $133.15, is going to be sent to the correct address, the P.O. Box. It will be sent next Friday, so you should be receiving that shortly after. As far as the tow is concerned, the refund, it doesn't meet our criteria as far as getting any additional monies back. If you disagree with that, which I understand you probably will, you should take that matter up with Mike Phillips directly.
Michael Phillips directly.
A letter to him at Department of Finance, parking violations,
And the street address is 210
Yeah, I know all
Geralman
that.
Street,
Geralman in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York.
On the
Zip code
6th
is
floor.
11201. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
So what I'm going to do about that, if I sue them in federal court as a civil RICO, and as depriving me my property without due process of law, a violation of civil rights, 14th Amendment and 5th Amendment, and also the Constitution of the State of New York Bill of Rights, if I do that, then I will ask for punitive and compensatory damages and get a whole lot more than the amount that I paid illegally. Let's see if I can find any more chats with Glendora. Next chat with Glendora is Mark Shukin, calling me from Seattle, Washington. He was a vice president of Cablevision. He got a better job. I called him.
Saturday, 12:41 p.m. Saturday, 1:28 p.m. Good morning, Glendora. Good afternoon, Glendora. It's Mark Shukin. How are you? Great to hear from you. What a surprise. Excuse me. And I'm glad to hear that Tom got you that editing time. That is consistent. Sounds like life is good out there, and I appreciate all the nice things that you said. I'm glad that you spoke with my wife, and yeah, I appreciate the compliments. I kind of feel the same way about her. So it'd be nice to get her and the kids out here. Seattle is a wonderful place to live, and the internet industry makes the television industry look like it's standing still in terms of the pace. So lots and lots of hours spent, but I think it's really a fun and exciting challenge. So hope all is well with you, and take care. My best to Franklin. Bye-bye.
What did he say about the internet, that it's moving so fast it makes it look like television is standing still? Let's hear that again.
Consistent. Sounds like life is good out there, and I appreciate all the nice things that you said. I'm glad that you spoke with my wife, and yeah, I appreciate the compliments. I kind of feel the same way about her. So it'd be nice to get her and the kids out here. Seattle is a wonderful place to live, and the internet industry makes the television industry look like it's standing still in terms of the pace. So lots and lots of hours spent, but I think it's really a fun and exciting challenge. So
Internet industry is making the television industry look as though it's standing still. So, folks, my. Did you ever think anything would beat television? Chat with Glendora is Barbara Goldberg.
Saturday, 6:37 p.m.
Hi, Glendora. It's Barbara. It's 20 to 7, and I'm trying to see where your program is on 71, and it's not there. There's an animal program, an animal rights or something program on. Did I get it wrong? Did you tell me 6:30 on Saturday, or am I confused? Take care. Bye-bye.
No, I believe that's what Amy Van Horn told me. That's what Amy Van Horn told me, 6:30 p.m. Saturday. Did you hear that, a program on animals' rights? Animals have rights, yeah, and we're always sticking up for these animals' rights. You hear that, Ginny Cat? These audio tapes, conversations are on number 1120, because at the moment 1119 was queued up. And so these came after the conversations you just heard. The first one is the United States District Court, Detroit. They lost my complaint. They lost it. And of course they're trying to cover up. So here we go.
Okay, Glenn is the last name. You want the first name?
No, it's one word, Glendora. Yes, that's it. And I don't have a judge and a...
Let me put this in the right tape recorder. They always sound better.
All of it. That's the name of the plaintiff?
Okay, Glenn is the last name. Dora is the first.
I am. D-O-R-A?
D-O-N-E-O-R-A.
D is in Donald? D. Donald, O-R-A?
Okay, first name?
That's it. There's one name, Glendora. Glendora is the plaintiff. One name?
Okay, is that the last name or the first name?
All of it. It's all of it. That's the name of the plaintiff?
Okay, Glenn is the last name. Dora is the first name?
No, it's one word, Glendora.
Uh-huh. That's it?
Yes, that's it. And I don't have a judge and I don't have a docket number.
Well, I don't show anything under a Glendora.
Okay, then this court has lost that complaint.
You only have one name? You don't have a first name or a last name? I mean, you just have one name like Madonna?
Yeah.
Okay.
The court has lost that.
Well,
I know that it's there. I sent it to David Weaver, U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Michigan. And I said plaintiff is IFP, see pages 37 to 38. Service was by Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 4D, see pages 35 to 31. And what day was that? That was on the 19th of June.
On the next.
Yes, from New York.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Fast forwarding on the hold time.
On the phone. That's 30 days when they're in the phone. Hello, you Jeff? Jeff, I'm in distress. I am in distress. I filed my complaint. It left New York on June the 19th.
No, ma'am, you mailed us the papers, but it was nowhere near a complaint.
Oh, yes, it was a complaint. Says right here, complaint, jury trial demanded.
Okay, we were not able to file it.
Don't tell me that, Jeff. Don't tell me that you're not able to file it.
We were, ma'am. There was...
For what reason?
This was well over a month ago. It seems to me that there was no filing fee or a request to waive the filing fee. There were no cover sheets.
Oh, yes, there was. And here's the letter right here. It says, Dear David Weaver. It says, this case... Just a second. Hello, you Jeff? Jeff, I'm in distress. I am in distress. I filed my complaint. It left New York on June the 19th.
No, ma'am, you mailed us the papers, but it was nowhere near a complaint.
Oh, yes, it was a complaint. Says right here, complaint, jury trial demanded.
Okay, we were not able to file it.
Don't tell me that, Jeff. Don't tell me that you're not able to file it.
We were, ma'am. There was...
For what reason?
This was well over a month ago. It seems to me that there was no filing fee or a request to waive the filing fee. There were no cover sheets.
Oh, yes, there was. And here's the letter right here. It says, Dear David Weaver. It says this case, a second. David Weaver, U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Michigan, plaintiff is IFP. It's set right on the top of the thing.
What are you reading to me from?
What I sent David Weaver,
Okay.
you said there's no request for an IFP. It says here plaintiff is IFP. These are pages 37 to 38. Service was by Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 4D. See pages 35 to 31. So what you say is not so.
Okay. But as I recall, we didn't receive our application to waive the filing fee. That the form is...
It's right there between pages 35 and 31. I mean 37 and 38. It was right.
You have to believe it. You heard it. The United States government is in very bad hands. If they were just lazy, dumb, and
Frank, will
childish,
you get off of that
understand
newspaper
that.
and come here and do some
But
work?
what it is
And stop being
they're crooked.
useless.
Here's another important call. I think this is the New York City Parking Violations Bureau.
Cosmos?
Cosmos?
No, this isn't he. Who's calling?
Well, I guess I dialed the wrong number.
This is Cosmos.
I want Sarah Katz.
You want Sarah?
Katz, yes.
Okay, then you called the wrong place if you want Sarah.
Isn't it 802-4662?
No, this is 302, right? Yes. Yeah. You dialed 3 instead of an 8, or an 8, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry.
No problem. Bye.
Bye-bye. Katz.
Speaking.
Sarah Katz, this is Glendora.
Hi, Glendora.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Very good. 175 TVC, the three judges told me that in 10 days, on June 30th, I would be receiving the instructions as to how to get my $429 refund.
Yeah, the judges? The
Yeah.
judges don't tell you that.
Judges don't tell you
Let's
that,
back up
she
here,
said.
okay? Let me try again.
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. Who are you?
Are you Sarah Katz?
Yes.
Are you in the appeals unit?
I'm in the refund unit. What is that? You know, I mean, you're telling me something, I mean...
Well, it'd be best
Not
for...
giving me a plate number or anything. Did you send any proof of payment in, or any papers?
Sarah, I think it would be best for you to listen to me. Okay? I am referred to you by the Deputy Commissioner.
Okay.
Okay. The judges told me on June the 30th, orally, that I would be hearing in 10 days how to get my refund, which is $204.
Could have told you that. I don't even...
One moment, please, Sarah. Okay?
Well, that's...
Just listen to me. If you don't listen to me, you're going to be in hot water, and I mean what I say.
Who's this?
Now, the judges told me in 10 days I would be hearing how to get my refund.
Who is...
And 20 days has passed.
Uh-huh.
My name is Glendora. My plate number is 175
Hold on, please. 175, yes.
Thomas Victor Charlie.
Glendora, where do you work, ma'am?
I have a TV show.
A what?
I have a television show.
I see. You're supposed to... Hold on. I'll switch you over to our liaison, Mr. San Marco, okay?
No, not Mr. San Marco. Mr. San Marco knows all about this. I want to know where is that letter telling me how to get my refund.
Hold on, please.
No, not Mr. San Marco. He's worse than Sarah. He doesn't listen to you.
How about that one?
Excuse me?
I asked my husband what he thought of your conversation.
What is the plate number, ma'am?
175, Thomas Victor Charlie. Okay, this is pretty bad.
You're talking about $400?
Yes, $429.06.
You were told by the sheriff?
No, I was told much higher than the sheriff, the three judges.
Were you told by the sheriff, ma'am?
Told by the Sarah.
Excuse me?
Were you told by the sheriff?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, if you're only getting back from what I see, hold on now, there's $133 and cents back for the tow. That's what's left. Now, if you're talking about the fees, hello?
Hello.
Are you talking about the fees?
I certainly am.
Okay, that's done separately. Hold on, I'll switch you to a person that takes care of the sheriff's fees.
Now, who is this person?
His name is Mr. Charles. Hold on, I'm going to have...
What's Mr. Charles' number?
Okay.
What's his number?
Hold on. Mr. Alonso.
Oh, no, I will not. Okay? I will talk to Mr. Phillips right now. Connect me with Mr. Phillips.
I will not
talk
talk to Mr. San Marco.
He's the next in line to Mr. Phillips.
I know that, but I will not talk to him. Now, what do you have to say? Where is the letter telling me how to get a refund? Has she hung up, or hasn't she? The red button is still on. No, she's still on the line.
Okay, to be continued
What happened to
on
Mr.
another
Charles?
edition, folks.
Then she said
This
San
is
Marco.
program number 1000. No, this is program number 2000.
Must be Saint Marco. San Marco. S-A-N, not Sam.
765, I believe. On July the 25th, year 2000, it's a continuation of the fight with the New York City Parking Violations Bureau, which is nothing but a civil RICO. Civil RICO stands for what? Racketeering, influence, crime, organization. And they dismissed all of the tickets, 3 of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they've going to return $133.15, but I want the whole $439.06 that I paid to be returned. And so I've just had fights with Sarah Katz and with that's all, and I refuse to talk to San Marco. So now Sarah Katz has me on hold for Mr. Ken Phillips, or is it for Mr. Johnson? Okay, let's see.
Okay, I've waited long enough on hold. I'm calling Lenore now.
Lenore is the secretary to Mr. Michael Phillips, who is the deputy commissioner of the New York City Parking Violations Bureau.
Good afternoon, Michael Phillips' office.
Hello, Lenore.
Yes.
Lenore, it's Franklin and Glendora. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
We're good. Sarah Katz is a bus. She was gone all day yesterday. You never answered her phone.
Okay, no problem. She put in the refund. As far as hold on just a moment. Let me see if she's there. Let me switch you. Hold on. Did you speak to her at all?
I just spoke to her a few minutes ago, and she did anything but put in a refund. She gave me an argument up and down, and then she said it was only for $133.15, and we paid $439.06. And so we want $439.06 back. We were damaged.
Hold on. I'll switch you to the supervisor.
Who's that?
Supervisor Earl. Hold on.
Who is that?
That's our college. That's her supervisor. Hold on.
Who is it?
Earl
Earl what?
Johnson.
Johnson, what's his number?
802-4646.
Thank you. That's her number.
No, her number is 4662.
Oh, okay.
Please leave a message after the tone or press 0 for assistance.
the commissioner's office gave me your number, Earl Johnson, 802-4646. And on June the 30th, the 3 judges told me in 10 days I would be getting a letter how to get my refund. I have received no letter, and it's 21 days. I am getting fed up with you people. I was going to forgive the civil RICO part of it if I got my $439.06 refund. But now I'm going to go for the civil RICO. Because this is a horrible thing you are doing to citizens of the United States of America. And if I go for the civil RICO in federal court, which is, of course, Title 42 U.S. Code, Section 1983, violation of civil rights under color of state, and you are under color of state.
Okay, his recorder. That's what you have to do, folks. You have to stand up for America.
Good afternoon, Microphone's office.
Oh, okay.
Glendora?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The person you want to speak to is the person who works in Sarah Katz's unit. His name is Ken Charles. I'm going to switch you over to Sarah Katz. Will switch you to Ken Charles. Hold on a moment. We know your time is valuable, so thank you for your patience while holding. Someone will be speaking with you momentarily.
Hello?
Hold on, I'm going to switch you to Mr. Charles. All right?
Well, what does Mr. Charles do, Sarah?
He works with he's the one that deals with the sheriff and marshal things, and
No, he
he's
doesn't.
just worried.
You'll find out that he
Okay.
doesn't.
Hold on now. Hello?
He deals with the sheriff and marshals and what?
No, he deals with the sheriff and marshals. He does the work for that.
Okay.
Okay? Hold on, please.
No, he doesn't. You'll find out some later.
Why not? I said so. I was told by 3 judges on June 30th. They are called administrative judges.
Go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. This is the refund unit. How can I help you?
Mr. Ken Charles.
That's me. That's who you're talking to.
My name is Glendora.
How are you?
Oh, very good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
My license number is 175 PVC.
Yeah, I got that already.
Okay.
Okay. What?
Now, on June the 30th,
Right.
the 3 judges, the panel of 3 judges, told me at my hearing, my appeal, that I would be hearing in 10 days how to get a refund. And this is 21 days, and I've heard nothing.
Can you hold on for just a moment, please? I just want to print something off the computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
He wants the printout. Unfortunately, as it turns out, he doesn't get all of the printout.
All right, now what I'm showing here is... Oh, I got to get the summons. Just bear with me for half a minute.
Okay. I have all that in my book.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
I said everything you're looking for, I have in my book.
No, well, I just want to get it in front of me, so it's easier for me to figure out what's going on when I got it in front of me.
Okay, have you heard of this case before?
No, this is the first time I got
Okay.
this. All right, what I'm showing here is that it was an appeal on June 30th.
Right.
Okay, and it was on, well, the summons that I'm talking about was summons number 317-8411896. And the appeals board reversed the previous decision, the hearing. And you had paid, in order to get the appeal, well, you had the sheriff tow. You had to pay $133.15 to satisfy the summons. That money came off the summons because the appeal you won on appeal. And what I'm showing here is, as of the 17th, July 17th, this $133.15 was refunded, or was processed for a refund. It would go from here over to our fiscal office over in 25 Elm to actually have the check issued.
Over to 25 what?
25 Elm Place.
Okay.
Located down here.
Okay, all right.
Right near,
Process.
right near the old, it's Macy's now, but the old A&S building. It's right near there.
Okay.
I can call over and see if we can get this check out to you, as expeditiously as we can.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm trying to help you as best I can.
All right.
The address that we have, I'm not sure if this is the address that it's going to, because obviously all I have in front of me is the computer printout.
Box
So we're showing 222.
Oh, God. Oh, you've got to get rid of that. We haven't lived there for over 15 years.
Yeah. Well, the way we get,
if you look at the computer printout again and see what the sheriff sent me, and you'll see box 416.
Well, I'm sure that's where, when you filled out the form, or when you filled out the appeals form, you had put the correct address on. I'm just telling you the address that's currently listed. I'm not saying that's the correct address. That's what I was just emphasizing.
That is so bad. That is so bad.
Normally, normally how we get the addresses is from DMV, and if you haven't lived there in 15 years.
No, that's right. DMV has the current address because when the sheriff notified me that he had towed the car, they used box 416, White Plains, New York.
Like I said, all I have in front of me is the computer printout. I don't have the claim in front of me. The claim is over at 25 Elm.
So what do you think?
If your appeals board decision had the correct address, that's where they're going to send. That's where they're going to send the check. But I will confirm. I'll call over there now and confirm that. All right.
Well, are you going to have this corrected in the computer? Box 416, White Plains, New York.
Well, we can update the address. Yes.
Box 416.
I'm listening to you. Box 416, White Plains,
New York.
New York, and the zip code is
10602.
10602.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Okay.
This is how this whole thing started in the first place. They were sending notices to an address that I was not, and they didn't take
Didn't reside there any longer?
No, not for years. But when they wanted to get in touch with me, they found the right address.
Anyway, let me call over to our fiscal office, and I will call you back. Can I have the telephone number?
Why, sure, but I have to leave.
Hello?
Yes, I do. 914.
Okay, what I'm going to have is my supervisor, which is Mr. Earl Johnson, call you as soon as he gets back and leave you a message, okay? Just confirming what we already talked about, okay?
914. 949.
949.
9495.
Okay.
Now, Mr.
Charles.
Mr. Ken Charles.
Yes, that's me.
Is it Charles or Charles?
Charles, like a first name, C-H-A-R-L-E-S.
Oh, okay. All right. This is not all. I want all of the damages back. And if I can't get them back through the appeal, I am going to sue everybody as a civil RICO in the United States District Court on the basis that you violated my civil rights, Title 42 U.S. Code, Section 1983, under color of state, and that you deprived me of my property without due process of law. I had no knowledge of these three things that you had against me. All three of them have been dismissed, but I had no knowledge of that. And you took my car, and I'm going to sue everybody, including my friend Michael Phillips. And there was just no need of that. I mean, if I...
When you were told... Huh? We're talking about the total on May 17th, right? That's the day.
Yes, and we had to pay $439.06, including this $133.15. We had to pay $439. So I let it go, thinking that you were going to make good, but it hasn't been made good, and now I will go to court because I not only get what I paid you, but I can get compensatory and punitive damages for what you've done to me.
I haven't done anything personally to you at all. You're talking about.
So that is it. I mean, I have just fed up. I suppose they sent the check again to the wrong address.
Well, I don't.
Just the way they sent 3 summonses to the wrong address.
Let me just reiterate here. I don't have the file in front of me. I only have the computer printout. That's all I have.
Well, the computer.
Okay. I mean, if I have the claim in front of me, obviously I could be more precise about this. But but I can't because I don't have the claim.
Well, I have the
That's
whole
a great
thing.
answer.
Over there, I can find out.
I have the whole thing in front of me, okay? I have the whole thing.
I don't.
All right, it's only fair that you should have time to prepare. So go ahead. I'll talk to you Monday. I have to go down and be on Staten Island TV tonight, and this might be the very thing I talk about.
Okay.
I did
Like
it.
I said, I'll have Mr. Johnson give you a call, leave a message on your answering machine.
Okie doke. And I hope to be
found out with the check, and you're asking for what you're asking for. Bottom line here is you're asking for a full refund of
$439.06.
Okay.
Plus New York State statutory interest 9%. That's how
Right.
long you've held my money.
Okay. You will hear from us.
Okay, Ken, I want to thank you a lot. I don't say you singularly. I say you plural.
I understand.
I say you plural. I say you plural.
Those voices all day, and I understand the voices. I do understand.
But I
They
really
interrupt
gotta
and they
keep
say
it
nothing.
distant. First of all, that the whole darn thing is a civil RICO. It's nothing but a civil RICO, a racketeering influence crime organization.
I'm not a lawyer, man, and I can't.
It's nothing but that.
I mean, I'm not.
They interrupt and they say
I'm not a
nothing.
lawyer.
And so,
But
I got you on that alone.
From what I can do, I will do for you, and I'm going to, call.
I got you on that alone, and then I got you on civil rights, and now I've got you on punitive and compensatory damages. I'll make out much better in federal court than I will arguing with you people ad infinitum. I have 2 books of everything in this. It's unbelievable. Oh, not only that, Ken, but listen, wait just a second. Not only the money damages, but hold on just a second, please. I'm sorry, Ken, I can't find it. Wait just a second. 48 and a half hours you would have cost me of my life. 48 and a half hours. Now, this is not funny. Okay, Kenny, let me tell you today's joke. What do you call a miniature guppy?
You're giving me a joke?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll bite. What do you, I'm sorry, I got a cold. What do you call a mini guppy?
A microfiche.
Oh, God.
Okay, Ken.
Very good.
Ken, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Take care now. Bye.
Let me see if that's the end of them. That's the Cable TV Journal for up to date as of must be 1:30 or 2 o'clock. My watch strap broke. Cost $10 to get a new watch strap, and the watch only cost $10. What do you do in a case like that? It's 16 p.m. July 23rd, 2000, Anno Domini, Sunday. And the Cable TV Journal is up to date. Take care. Be with you soon. Happening today while the battery is being charged a whole lot. Handyman Frank came and he did a lot for me. He opened the leaf of the kitchen table. I think that's a better arrangement, gives you more room. He wallpapered this. That certainly looks a lot better. We got the 4th blade onto the fan, 1 screw, but we can't get the other screw in, but that's all right. It looks better and we're not going to use it. And the big job is this window. Now we have a view to the west. A view to the west. Got out the ugly air conditioner. That was the big job. And here's the